You know, normally when a restaurant adds on an extra room, it's all about increasing business, but that's not the case at Mike's on the Water in St. Clair Shores. This is about celebrating the owner's favorite thing in life, but also helping other people.
There's no ordinances or laws in that because no one's ever done it before.
Mike Lefevre is known for doing unusual things at his St. Clair Shores restaurant, Mike's on the Water.
Only Mike could do something like this.
We were there in 2018 when he put a food truck.
We're going up! Keep your fingers crossed!
On the roof of the restaurant.
And you know, there's all kinds of great stories in this room.
This is his latest addition to the restaurant that sits tucked away right on the water off Jefferson.
There's cups and glasses and mugs and pictures of me around the world with Snoopy outfits on. We walk in the Great Wall of China, me in Antarctica, me in Uruguay, Paraguay, Rio.
It's a museum dedicated to Snoopy.
These three cabinets are all edibles, candies, Whitman's, licorice, peanut butter, jelly, cocoa, gumballs, Pez containers, cookies.
How many pieces are we looking at here?
Over 16,000.
16,000 Snoopy and Peanuts artifacts, all saved by Lefevre going back to 1965.
That's the original that I slept with. No nose, sewed up multiple times with my grandma.
But this museum is less about customer service and all about charity.
Oh, we raised over $10,000 already, and this has only been open November, December, closed January and February. We take the winter off. March and April, just last month, Wigs for Kids got over $2,000 just by people visiting this room and putting $5, $10 in.
The need is great, and there's over 500 newly diagnosed cases of kids with cancer every year.
Since Maggie Varney founded Wigs for Kids 21 years ago, they've helped 5,400 kids with cancer by supplying wigs at no cost to them.
I say every child doesn't have to have a wig, but every child has to have a choice. And now they do. When they look in the mirror, they recognize the person looking back at them, and it gives them a sense of hope and help. It makes them feel like they're well and they're themselves.
Every bit of fundraising helps, which is why Varney and Lefevre each shed a little bit of a tear when he gave her the $2,000 check last month. Mike chooses a different charity each month to help out because he knows that's what his sister would have wanted. He lost her to cancer 12 years ago.
It feels almost like it's a trip down memory lane, a story of your life.
Story of my life, yeah. It really is, because Snoopy had such a big part of it. My sister, Susan Marie, called me Snoop, and I called her Snoop.
Yeah, really, the bond between he and his sister, just so just poignant when he would talk about that, the relationship they had. He just kind of his homage to her, if you will. By the way, if you have a great Go For It story, send it to us at goforit@wdiv.com. We'll take a look. We're always on the lookout for good stories like that.
1965, I was almost 5 years old in June. My sister was born at St. John Hospital in Detroit, Michigan, and my father took her home. In his one arm, and in his other arm was a plush Snoopy. When they came in the front door, I grabbed that Snoopy and I slept with it. Every Christmas, every birthday, I would get a Snoopy from my sister Susan. And the time I was 10 or 12, there was maybe 15 pieces. And now there's over 15,000 pieces in this museum. And I built this museum to honor her. We lost her too young at 47 to breast cancer. But the collection grew over all these years from customers, friends, neighbors, cousins, nephews. So this museum was built about 1.5 years ago for charity. I said, it's collecting dust in the basement. Let's collect money for local charities. So this room is also a banquet room. So if you have a banquet, you put money in one of the charity boxes. And I feel very good about that, because it's not what you have, it's what you give. Over 150 countries I've visited, and it seems like Snoopy's always worldwide. I find him all over the world. Snoopy wore a lot of hats, from the ace to the jogger to the fisherman. My favorite really is when Snoopy's the world's greatest chef. Being in the restaurant business, I got a lot of chefs over in that cabinet there. I think the chef cook Snoopy's my favorite. I get more people that are 60, 70 years old that book parties in here because they remember Snoopy so well, because they grew up with him in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. So those are the parties I'm booking here, the people our age that remember the good old character Snoopy with them, made you smile. Everybody collects something, and I just happen to collect Snoopy's, and I just put it into use to raise money for charity, and I'm very, very happy I did.
I'm Peter Maxwell, your St. Clair Shores reporter, and a popular restaurant along the Nautical Mile is serving up more than just food. Here at Mike's on the Water is a Snoopy museum with more than 16,000 collectibles, helping raise thousands of dollars for local charities here in St. Clair Shores.
Everybody collects something. I happen to collect Snoopys.
From the outside, you wouldn't know that a very special museum is tucked away inside this waterfront restaurant along the Nautical Mile. But step inside Mike's on the Water in St. Clair Shores and you'll walk straight into Snoopy history.
I think anything that could be a Snoopy or have a Snoopy on it is here.
I've never seen so many Snoopies ever in my life. There's so many.
There's more than 16,000 Snoopy collectibles that fill this museum, from Pez dispensers to Snoopy artwork and classic Peanuts memorabilia. Nearly every inch of space in this museum is covered from floor to the two-story ceiling with Mike's Snoopy collection.
A lot of stories in here. Every cabinet's got a story.
Owner Mike Lefevre tells me his love for Snoopy started as a kid when his father brought his sister Susan Marie home from the hospital in 1965.
He was carrying her into the house in one hand, and the other hand was a plush Snoopy, an 18-inch plush Snoopy, and I grabbed it, slept with it, and the rest is history.
Mike's collection is more than 60 years in the making, with more than 16,000 Snoopies from all over the world.
I found them in Paraguay, I've found them in Rio, I found them in China, I found them in Germany, I found them in Russia. Yes, Snoopy's worldwide.
While his passion for Snoopy began with the birth of his sister, this museum now serves as a tribute to Susan's memory. She passed away in 2012 after battling breast cancer.
She called me Snoop, and I called her Snoop, and it's got a great passion bond right there.
And while people come here for the nostalgia, Mike says the bigger mission is giving back, turning a lifelong passion into something that helps the community. Since the museum opened 3 years ago, they've raised nearly $50,000 for local charities.
When people come in to see the museum, we suggest them to put a couple bucks in the box.
And whether you're a lifelong Snoopy fan like Mike or just curious to see it for yourself, this hidden gem is quickly becoming a destination along the Nautical Mile.
It's a passion.
In St. Clair Shores, Peter Maxwell, 7 News, Detroit.
Welcome everybody to St. Clair Shores and Mike's on the Water. This is my new creation, my museum/banquet center, and it's all for charity. So come on in, let's have some fun. Welcome inside the first part of the museum. This is my chef cook collection from my travels around the world. Over 140 countries are represented in here, and there's ones from Estonia and Sweden and Czechoslovakia, France, so bon appetit. Everyone that comes to the museum, remember, it's all for local charities. Every month we have a different one, so please put money in the box and enjoy this wonderful collection. The story began in 1965 when Bob and Mary Lou, my parents, welcomed Susan Marie into their lives, and coming home from the hospital, in one arm was my sister and the other arm was a plush Snoopy. I grabbed that Snoopy and I slept with it, and Christmas and birthday years following, I always got a Snoopy for my sister, and it said, Merry Christmas or Happy Birthday to Brother Mike, and then the collection grew from there. So many stories in the museum, especially when you're a kid, playing with Hot Wheels and Light Bright and Fort Apache, Etch-a-Sketch, even Ken and Barbie. It was good to be a kid. Here is the original Snoopy. It's amazing it's still here. Grandma even sewed it up many a times, and the nose is missing, but it's the original Snoopy. The museum opened in 2023, November. It took 1.5 years to build. It took me 3.5 months to decorate all the cabinets. In help of my carpenter, he did all the high shelving. And there's over 16,000 pieces in the museum. It's lunch pails, chefs, puzzles, plush Snoopies, games, toys, lunch boxes, sports equipment. It's miniature small ones, and they're all in individual cabinets, hats, socks, even rides that used to be outside of department stores that you put quarters in and they move. I got those. Up here, there's a boat with Snoopy riding the boat, even with Snoopy's bikini, to sports bases at wiffle balls. The Peanuts are very active in baseball. To banks, to music boxes, and obviously the picture of my sister hugging Snoopy. She was probably around 7 or 8 years old there, Susan Marie Lefevre, and we lost her at 47 years old. The world map, all the 7 continents I've been to. Sleds, toboggans that I used to run down Baldock Park or Vernier Hill. Snoopy clothes, Snoopy plushes, Snoopy that talks, McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King never opened Snoopy's. Pictures of me around the world, from the Great Wall of China to Antarctica to the Ice Hotel. Books, and again, remember, it's all for charity. Kids' toys, dog toys, even Snoopy diapers, colognes, perfumes, telephones, lamps, plushes, pillows, shirts. One of my favorite 3 cabinets is all edibles, from chocolate to bubblegum to peanut butter to jelly, toiletries, office supplies, puzzles, books. You name it, it's in the museum. Thank you for visiting my museum. Remembering it's all about local charities, so put money in the box and book your party here today.